That is correct, MTR. Like if I wanted someone to do a facial, I'm gonna go to a licensed esthetician.
Right.
But before I get her services, I'm gonna verify that she does have an active license in that state.
Okay, so
you see what that says?
journeyman license, Aaron
Journeyman.
Sloan.
Hello.
What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy KiteZz here with my lovely wife. It's just Alex.
What's up, peoples?
And we are also here once again with the legendary Weapon X, aka Aaron.
Hey, you just did me a favor by tapping in, man. We doing a reaction video, and we're gonna clear up all the allegations once again, man. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir. So to give you guys context, MTR did an interview with my boy Aaron, and Album Preach had also dropped some stuff that MTR kind of backed out from, and now MTR feels like he's been scammed. The sad reality is they did not give him the benefit of the doubt to provide evidence for what they were claiming. So Aaron's gonna watch this video, and whatever legally he can disprove, he gonna disprove right now, right?
And
But
I'm gonna say this much. Please do not have selective hearing. Listen closely and make your analysis based on that.
right. So we're gonna jump right into it. Also, I already know before we even do this, there's gonna be 50, 60, 70 of you in the comments screaming about, where's the X? Talk to the X. Why is the X not here? Listen, Aaron has already initiated that he would be down to do a one-on-one interview with us moderating it with her. We have reached out to her. We're giving her the appropriate space because at the end of the day, we don't want to force somebody to do something they don't want to do. So Aaron has reached out. We have reached out. If the X wants to do her interview, we will give her the respected space to do so. But do not spam it in here. We already got that covered. We already got y'all. But anyway, that's enough talking. We gonna jump straight into it. So this is the MTR. He dropped a video called "The Balloon Guy Lied to Me." So let's find out. Let's look at it.
Update, a serious update. In the story regarding the Pop the Balloon guy, after I asked him to provide receipts to prove that he lost his job, he got mad at me, and I'm gonna show you that. Before that, let's get into his GoFundMe. Now, mind you, this GoFundMe is how I came across this story. The Pop the Balloon story is something that happened a couple of weeks ago. What made it viral was him informing people on his Instagram, him uploading this GoFundMe saying that he was fired from his workplace because of 500 people called in because they were mad at the results of the show. They were mad at his demeanor on the show. You can see right here, right in the GoFundMe, it says, "I was fired from work today due to these videos. Today was honestly the first time that I cried in a while. Getting my license in plumbing was the biggest life accomplishment. It took years of hard work, studying, and praying." And then he also added some things in here about who he provides free plumbing services to. And then he goes to say what he's gonna do with the funds. He's saying humanitarian work, and then maybe he wants to become a content creator because now his ability to work is compromised. After I got wind of this, I did an initial reaction to it where I focused.
Right there?
Yes, sir.
Now, when I say my ability to work has been compromised, it certainly has been compromised due to people delving into my life history, you know, what I did in the past so deep. This situation has went global. People and let me repeat that again, global. People from all over different countries have seen this, right? You guys have been looking into my background. Now, a company hiring me is what you fail to understand is can be the make or break of a company. You guys are painting me out to be this violent man, this narcissist, this sociopath, all these things, right? If a company did hire me, their whole company can go straight to shit because they hired somebody that, you know, society does not approve of. Now, can we continue on?
Yes, sir.
Just on the basic premise of, was his behavior on the show indicative of them getting fired? But again, I would have not known about this unless he told people and convinced us all that he got fired. But because, and I've said this multiple times before on multiple different videos, including the live streams that I did, because he has not showed hard receipts or proof of being fired, I never told anybody to go and donate to the young brother. So I tried to reach out to this brother because I wanted to receive proof of that he was let go and the reason that he was let go. And because he was unable to reach out to me in the time that I reached out to him, I'm not going to leave a link to this in the description, but you guys saw his Instagram handle. If you want to go over there, take a look at his page and support him, that's 100% on you. It's just for me personally, in order to be able to link and to promote a GoFundMe, I have to see hard proof. I for damn sure don't want to be on the receiving end of another brick face incident, a person lying. I'm not saying that he's a liar, but I like to do further due diligence in the research before I put my stamp of approval on something. But I hope he gets back to me soon. I'd love to be able to have an interview with him, so we can get additional context into what kind of happened maybe before or after the show.
Okay. So hearing that, do you think that's a fair thing for him to say about donating? If he's going to donate to a cause, he wants to, make sure it's legit and all that?
Yes, I believe, what he said is fair thus far.
Okay, got you.
Which kind of went into his particular response. What I did do is, in an attempt to humanize him and to find out more about his stories, I did a 5-hour live stream with him to donate. Also, too, and because I said this in one of my videos, but what proof do you have that you were actually let go? And I'm asking because we've been scammed in the past. There's been people in the past that have Brickface. I just keep talking about her. Set up GoFundMe, and she's allegedly a liar. She's right. She's facing a felony count for lying right now. Do you have any proof to demonstrate fired?
Yes. Now I will have some. Give me a few more days. What's today? Friday. Yeah. Give me a few days sometime next week because we are negotiating.
With GoFundMe? Oh, negotiating with the workplace.
No. Yes. Negotiations are being made because
now,
they see the social media.
Press pause here? Yes, sir.
Now, like I told this man, okay, we are negotiating severance pay. Okay. If you know anything about severance pay, there are contracts, there are things that I would have to abide by in order for me to get a lump sum of money. Right. Now, I will be in dire need of this money if I'm unable to plumb. The man wants me to put out these documents. Let me consult an attorney first.
Okay.
I'm not going to put out this document and you already showing me you're not trustworthy because look how you turned your back on me in 24 hours. He was upset that I was unable to give him this documentation without consulting an attorney in a timely fashion that he would like.
Okay. Let's continue.
Media attention, and they are frightened. So, that's all I can say is say that much.
Okay. Well, when you get that update, let me know, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure that my audience knows as well as within the GoFundMe. I think you can update it and you can show other pictures or proof or something like that. But I know that that's a concern for folks as well. What I've come to find out is that there were so many lies told to me.
With the update, I don't know if I'm at liberty to discuss this, legally, but, I have, I don't know if I can say I have shown, some sort of documentation that can be confirmed something is in the works.
Okay. And that's with the alleged company that you're going in that dispute with. Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And because you're saying because you have this open case with them, there's things you can't say because is there like a repercussion they will put on you for saying?
I'm saying I have a contract. Okay. I don't know all of the. I'm not an expert at law,
Okay.
so I need to go to an expert at law, so I'm not getting sued for putting up some type of documentation, trying to, prove
Okay.
myself to anything or anything of that nature. They don't care about any consequences I'm gonna face. All they're caring about is creating content for their platform. His
Okay.
main concern was, oh, people are disapproving of what I said now, and people don't like this and that. Not, oh, who cares if he gets sued and lose everything he has? Who cares, moving forward? We just want to know.
Okay, so that's what you meant by the facing the consequences is
Yes,
repercussion from the job.
Right.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
because there is an attorney involved.
Okay. I get what you're saying. All right, let's keep it going.
But this guy had everybody convinced that he got fired, right? Well, in an attempt to continue to support the young brother, I actually talked to him this morning and asked him, when are you going to provide us a receipt? Because I'd love to be able to show. And I think the quicker that you provide receipts, the quicker that GoFundMe, who has locked his account, he is unable to get this money out of his account right now, would open it. In fact, let's go through the DM conversations right now. So yesterday, last night, Sunday at 9:02 p.m., he called me out of nowhere. I missed that call. Notifications on my Instagram are obviously off. I only see things when I actually check my Instagram. He called me. I didn't see it. He said, damn, bro, that's crazy, man. You got me looking insane now and painted me out the wrong way. And I'm thinking to myself, when I finally saw this, I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean painted you out the wrong way? I've been going above and beyond to let you recount your story. I hold you accountable when you say weird things like tracking the woman in the car or, when you're throwing money in the club.
Let's pause right there.
Okay.
Tracking a woman in the car. That's weird. At first, it was, I understand. Now it's weird to make your content better. It's weird that a woman manipulated me into believing that, she was being faithful to me and she was sleeping with somebody. And yeah, I want to find out. Who wouldn't want to find out that their significant other is not being faithful to them, regardless of how I did it? Love make you do crazy things at times. Some people fall in love at first sight. It don't matter if it was 30 days, 40 days, however long the case may be. Love make you do crazy things sometimes. Was it okay? No. Would I do it again? No. I learned a valuable lesson from it.
Okay.
And yeah, I learned a valuable lesson from it. So we can continue on.
One thing I want to note, when I was watching this the first time, there was a guy in the comments, and if somebody can find the guy, he had said, if leaving the phone and tracking is considered weird, why is it that we can do stuff like hire private investigators, use all these little different resources like Catch a Cheater and all these things, or have YouTube channels exposing people for cheating by setting up fake sting operations and all that, but then him leaving his spare phone in her car to see where she's at, that's where we deem it as completely unacceptable. And so I saw that comment, I was like, it that is a fair point, because look at there's a channel, UDY. UDY is all about catching cheaters and gold diggers, but they basically set up like sting operations to catch cheaters. So, but those are glorified. But if a man does it, then now it's demonized. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that I'm supporting what you did, so I don't want people to misinterpret that. But I do feel like that is a good something that needs to be addressed. Why is it that we allow TV shows and stuff to do this, but then we get super upset when we see somebody do it? Not saying that UDY is a TV show, shout out to them, I guess, but they're not professional, like they're not licensed professional investigators, but they do these things. So it's kind of like that's something that was on my mind. So, I get it though.
have these conversations, but what you tell to me is you're trying to be better. These are in private conversations. You're trying to be better. You're trying to learn. You're looking for advice. You're looking for mentorship. There is nothing that I've done up to this point.
Pause. I never asked this man for no mentorship. I have some highly intelligent brothers that I interact with, on a weekly basis, that I have a brotherhood with. I never asked this man for no mentorship, but yes, I am certainly trying to get better. I embrace that perpetual cycle of learning and developing new skills and trying to be a better person day in and day out. That's what I'm thriving to do.
Okay.
So yeah, we can continue.
Got you.
That demonstrates me attempting to make you look crazy. It sounds more like someone biting the hand that is giving them a platform. He follows up and he says, man, bro, this got me stressing hard. Man, I thought you was my friend. I wrote this morning, just woke up, hit me when you get this. I then follow a reply to one of his messages about him stressing. And I'm like, not sure what you're talking about.
Let's stop right here before we go any further.
Okay.
I told the man I was stressing hard because can we pull up YouTube, please? Can I tell? I want to know. I thought this man was my friend. Let's go to YouTube and let's look at the thumbnail or the highlight of his YouTube video of how he portrays me.
Okay.
After we had a 5-hour conversation, look what the man says. What does he say? I was a violent man.
Right. Hold on real quick. I'm
He admits to try.
I'm gonna pull them up, all of these, so you can that
Look,
way the audience can see it.
We spent 5 hours talking about all type of prolific things.
Okay.
And the man highlights the negativity. Out of everything, that's what you highlight. I told you, bro, I almost broke down on your stream. I opened up to the world. Man, I took a breath of fresh air when I was done talking to this man because I felt relieved that I finally, yes, I told the truth. I didn't want to put that out there. It is embarrassing because I didn't want to make myself look like a creep. I didn't want to make myself look like a simp, but it is what it is, man. I was in love. That's what it is. But look how the man portrayed me in a negative image. You damn right I'm stressing. You damn right I'm stressing, man. I may never, ever do plumbing again because of this, bro. This is the only skill I have. I was not working as no personal trainer. Anybody that knows me would tell you, hundreds of people ask me all the time to train them, but I would not train anybody because I'm too worried about me suffering consequences from things that I did in my street life. I don't know, if these people are trying to pretend they want some fitness and want to do some harm to me. I don't know. So I don't take those type of risks. It's not worth it at all. But you guys are stealing plumbing from me now to the point where I may not even be able to return to my old life. Y'all want me to go back to the streets, man. Y'all want to see me in prison, man. It's crazy, man. And that's what y'all is really pushing me back towards doing.
Right. We don't want that. At the end of the day, I don't want to see anybody go back to that state. So at the end of the day, the reason why me and my wife said we were going to step back from the situation when the ex came forward is because at the end of the day, we don't know you and we don't know your ex. We don't know MTR. We don't know Abba and Preach. So one thing I think is dangerous is us putting our personal input or biases in a situation that we know nothing about. So that's why
you're not putting.
Go ahead.
Not to interrupt you, brother. Mm-hmm. You guys aren't putting. We're just doing a reaction. That's all. That's it. This is just our genuine reaction to everything that's transpiring on the internet. This is nothing we got in the background and hey, we should say this or say no. This is genuine reactions to our video. So in order for us not to get off topic, we're going to return back to the video, but I just wanted to point out the fact that look how the man portrayed me in a 5-hour video of me telling you all my aspirations, my life story, my father's absence, my transition from being a thug to finding God to, embracing fit, all these things I told you. This is what you put on YouTube so you can get some more content.
Right.
So
And I
The
do,
live still on there?
yeah, his live is still there. But I do want to read some of these titles. His latest one, the one we're watching right now, Pop the Balloon Guy lied to me. Pop the Balloon Guy admits to tracking his ex-girlfriend. Pop the Balloon Guy responds to Latina TikTok ex-girlfriend. I was a violent man. Pop the Balloon Guy addresses gang life and not having a father. So I get why he makes his titles like this, because as a content creator, the algorithm has this how do I break it down? It's like a wow factor. It goes, it's like a big system, and it goes, there's certain keywords that they know and identify that this is something that is going to automatically draw people's attention. And so,
Because people like drama.
right, if you notice now, when you look up Pop the Balloon Guy, when they look you up, everybody is putting exposed, because it's a drama word, and it's a word that they could put. But when I click on a lot of these exposed videos, they're not even bringing up stuff that's exposing you. They're just talking about it. But that's what they're all doing. Now, I can't defend him saying, the Pop the Balloon Guy admits to tracking his ex-girlfriend. If people don't know the context of that is kind of a crazy title. The Pop the Balloon Guy lied to me, and the thumbnail is your picture you, and it's going scammer. That is kind of, yeah. So
I'm automatically a scammer because I don't know, if this is, again, if I can suffer consequences or not. I'm just automatically a scammer. I did not ask anybody. And if you are paying attention and you've really been doing your investigation work, how you say you've been doing, and you look closely in the comments, man, people told me to make the GoFundMe. The people told me to have love for me, to have admiration for me, that respect the fact that I'm trying to do something positive with my life after going through so much adversity. I'm still doing something positive. I'm still trying. Despite whatever you see me doing, I'm still trying to do something positive.
Okay. We're gonna get
I'm
back
getting
to
crucified for it.
we're gonna get back to the video though.
Yep, it just hit me. I'm like, whatever you think could probably just be solved in a quick audio conversation. So we have a audio conversation from 8:27 a.m. to 8:45. Within this conversation, we talk about many different things. But the main thing that I talked about within this conversation is I said, we only know about you and your story due to the GoFundMe, where you said you were fired from the place that you worked. Where did you work? What is the name of the business? What is the name of the company? I need you to provide that information, because if you don't, you scammed on GoFundMe. This is now a legal issue, and I cannot support a liar. I cannot support a thief. I cannot.
He did not say all of that, bro. You're lying. He did not say this is a scam. I cannot support a liar. I cannot support a thief. Bro, you are lying. Like, he did not say all of that. He was just on some, like, he was pressing me too, like, right now, just give me the documents, whoopty whoop. I'm like, bro, I need to talk to an attorney, period. After that, that was it. He said he was going to talk to his platform. I'm like, do whatever you're going to do, because I already knew where it was coming. I already knew when I seen last night, when I said I was stressing, and I seen those thumbnails that he put up there, this man was not for me. This man was not for me. Regardless of what he said, it could have been a hidden agenda behind this because of me going viral so much. He knew he was going to get a lot of views off of this. But man, I knew it just wasn't genuine when I seen those thumbnails. But we could keep it rolling.
Okay.
Not support a scammer. Send that to me. His response to me was, okay, sure, we'll do. I said, okay, the coast is clear. Everything is fine. He's about to send it to me, all right? So over an hour later, over 2 hours later, no response. And I said to him, just in the text message, what's the name of the place that fired you? Here was his response.
Pause. He said after an hour or two from no response, then I asked, what's the name of that place that fired you? Where's that message at? Where's that message after an hour or two that went by? Where's that message that you said that at? Come on now, man. That don't even make no sense. He did not say that. The last thing that was discussed on the phone was he was gonna go to his platform or whatever. Oh no, that may be the message afterwards. I might be going a little too far ahead.
It's all good. We got to understand. This is a blind reaction, so it's not like you've had time to look over this. I was gonna correct you and say like, hey, I think he's referring to this one, but no, I get what you're saying. So this is in fact the message. This is the message he's referring to. He's saying that 2 hours after the call, so he called you at 8:45, and then at 10:58, he reached back out to you and asked what was the name of the place you're fired, and it seems like you responded to it. So we're gonna play it and see what you responded. All right.
Apparently, he changed his tune out of nowhere. I wonder why. I'm not doing nothing until I talk to my attorney. I told you that already. And this was the point of the conversation that I took a step back, I looked at the DM message, and I said to myself, I might have been bamboozled. Although I had enough discernment not to donate, and I did not do enough research into his claims to give him a platform to speak about any damn thing.
Okay, so I want to ask this because I don't know what was in that audio call. In the audio call, did you at any point tell him you were going to give the information after you spoke to an attorney?
No.
Okay, so at any point,
and like I said, when I did the first interview with him, I said that Friday, I said, give me a couple days, to figure. It's just the weekend just went by. It's day one, Monday, Let me figure this out. Let me consult an attorney, see what I can conceal. See what I have to conceal and see what I can reveal. I don't know if these companies can come back and sue me. I don't know what kind of repercussions I may face. Does he care about that? No.
Okay.
So automatically, right? Because I tell you I need to consult an attorney for my best interest, something that's not in your best interest, that automatically means I'm a scammer. I scammed everyone. Come on, man.
Let's get back to it.
I own it. I take accountability for that. No excuses. Okay. Well, I wish you the best, I said. My credibility is now in question because of lack of proof / receipts. I'm gonna go live in the next couple of hours to discuss this with my audience. Take care. You like that message? You just worried about making content, not worried about the consequences I may face. You may face. What are you talking about? What consequences? Besides that you lied. Potentially, allegedly. I mean, I really don't know at this point. All you got to do is provide the receipts, baby. That's it. This whole shit would just go away. You get
pause. Do you see again? All you got to do is provide the receipts. That's all we need. That's all we need. That's all you care about. That's all you care about is it benefiting you, not about what if this man loses everything moving forward? What if this company does happen to sue him? What if he is telling the truth and this company does sue him and this motherfucker, since he's a Ninja Turtle, he does have to sleep in the sewer? Are you going to come and rescue me? No, you guys are going to be laughing, talking about me, talking about now he's homeless. Now he doesn't have anything. Come on, man. That's not cool, bro. You sitting on here lying to these people, trying to paint me out to be a scammer just because I don't know. I'm ignorant of the law. I do not know. Let me figure this out real quick.
Okay, so I asked this before, but again, now that we've seen this part, so you're saying that the only reason why you're not giving the information about the job is because you are currently in a case or a legal negotiation with the said job.
After the separation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's called severance pay. And again, I live in and I'm not using this as no excuse. Bro, you guys are so investigators. I live in an at-will state. Do you know what that means? That means they do not have to have any reason to terminate your employment. Yeah. And another thing is, too, you guys, I am a convicted felon. Okay? I am a convicted felon. Hello, I'm not even supposed to be having these types of jobs. You guys are blowing this up so much to the point I'm not even going to be able to return back to the field.
The GoFundMe money, that's all you have to do. But the way that you are now moving in totality with the other information that is coming out and will come out about you and your lifestyle is way more damning. It's way more ridiculous than I could have ever imagined. And what I thought was going to turn into a way to advocate for a man that was unjustly treated because of his presence on a game show has now turned into somehow you becoming the victim once asked to prove your particular situation. See, a man of integrity and truth would jump at the opportunity to show me the evidence. But this is not how you're choosing to move. Therefore, I sense deception. I told you.
Okay. One thing, and again, we're neutral. I gotta keep stressing it. I don't know why I gotta keep saying it, but there's always gonna be somebody that hears what I'm saying and they immediately, you're defending. No. In our interview where you told us about your birthday weekend coming up, and you told us that you were having your birthday weekend coming up and you had already reserved your spot and you were going to go out and celebrate. Now, that interview came out before the GoFundMe thing even was established. So when we saw the clip of Abba and Preach and we saw MTR say you were using the GoFundMe money, you're a scammer, it clicked with us because we were like, no, he was already mentioning this birthday situation way before the GoFundMe even became a thing. But I do remember him specifically talking about his plans was he was going to celebrate his birthday and he had already had his plans and everything invested. He
even set the amount he already put down on it.
And who are you to tell a man what to do with his hard-earned money? Okay, how I like to celebrate might not be how you like to celebrate. You like apples, I like oranges. We have two different tastes and two different perceptions on life. Who's to say your fruit is better than mine? I can celebrate however I choose to see fit. And, you should not be judging me. You guys are all so upset with me for living my life. I'm thankful that I'm alive to see 30. I shouldn't be here. I should be in a casket. And by the grace of God, I'm still here today. So yeah, I want to celebrate a milestone like that in my life. I had the best time of my life that night, So if you don't like me because of that, you feel I'm irresponsible with money because I chose, to have fun with my money, then hey man, it is what it is. You weren't for me to begin with.
Okay, let's move on.
You we were negotiating and I would get it to you. But do what you got to do. You already switched up on me. Shout out to the queen of accountability. She stepped into my live stream that I did yesterday, the Abba and Preach response live stream. And she super chatted that she was going to do additional work to understand the validity of his claims. And I want to play for you that conversation that I had with her right now. All right, so I got the queen of accountability here who's done a lot more investigative work into what we have right here. So I wanted to bring her up and have a discussion regarding the things that she's found. But first and foremost, I'm hurt regarding this. To trust somebody based off of them telling you that, hey, this happened to me post the pop the balloon experiment, discussion, whatever you want to call it, game show. And then to go back and be asking him questions specifically about show me more information regarding your place of business, where you work, and then him to act that way. I'm just like, man, it's just pointing in a direction that it may not be true. So I
want to chime in there. I can see why MTR is taking this stance, because I did see that when he went on the against Abba and Preach to address and say like, no, this was addressed in the interview and the Abba and Preach video came out, I will admit MTR was facing heavy backlash because I was in the live stream. It was really, really bad backlash to the point where if I was him in this situation and this was my living, I think I would also have to, try to, what is it? Put out some of the fires before they spread too fast. Now, I felt maybe this was urgency that he felt like he needed to address it like this, or who knows? Because I feel like a lot of this that he's addressing in here, he could have easily just pulled you back for another interview in that situation. But that's just me speaking as a content creator, because I can get it. When you're facing that level of backlash, and some of these people who are backlashing on you are people that watch you, then it's like, okay, something's wrong, But
and I'm gonna call it how I see it. Man, you are the quintessence of a simp, bro. You did not stand on business. I don't care what people think. I'ma stand, when I stand on righteousness, I'ma stand on for what I believe to be right. Regardless, I don't care if I lose everything I own. If I know it's to be right, I'ma stand on it, bro. You reneging like we playing spades, bro. You reneging. You in 24 hours you singing a complete different tune just because people disapprove of what you said. But for you to be a mentor, for you to be an influencer, for you to be a content creator, you should keep continuing to put out your message and not care who leaves your platform, who unsubscribes. Because if my message changes the lives of one person, hey man, I did my job. I did some justice in my eyes, regardless of what they say, regardless of what they paint me out to be. My words have affected people. My words have impacted people. My slogan, "You are not qualified," has raised people's self-esteem. So we can continue on. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
So, Queen of Accountability, I wanted to bring you up here and let's just chat about other things that you might have found.
Wonderful. Sounds good to me. And thanks for having me, MTR.
No worries.
So I know that this man has been going viral all over social media, and everyone heard this story about him getting fired after doing the dating show, that they felt inclined to donate money and continue to make him more viral than he was at the moment. I did not talk about it initially because I wanted to investigate before I started to support someone who's telling us a story that is so believable that you want to donate. So what I first did
Can I ask this? Where did the GoFundMe come from? I know where it came from, but for the sake of the people, can you explain what led to the start of this GoFundMe and what was the purpose of the GoFundMe thus far? Like, what was give me the details of what happened.
After I lost my job, I had support regardless. I had support because the men feel like, I represented manhood on the game show. A lot of men felt like I was not being disrespectful. I was being a man. So I had their support. I had a man send me $500 yesterday just because he had support. He supported the way I conducted myself on the show like a man. Okay, so the fans, because that's what they call themselves. If you look closely, they call themselves my fans. They told me to create a GoFundMe because they wanted to support what I've been doing. Yes, I have done free plumbing jobs. Yes, I have been speaking to at-risk youth. Yes, I did start the GoFundMe so I can do humanitarian work and possibly create content. And I do want to create content now. Now with the humanitarian work, now we're going to show the receipts now. I have been posting on the Nextdoor app, marketing myself to do free services for single mothers, single fathers, for those on disability, because plumbing is expensive. If you ever call a plumbing company, these companies charge $125 an hour plus. You think I'm joking? Call a plumber. So I have done a lot of wrong in my life, but when I do plumbing and I repair somebody's fixture or I install a water heater or they got a clog and I fix their clog and I see that satisfaction on their face, to me that is like a badge of honor. The same way a police officer carries a badge, me carrying my plumbing license is a badge of honor because I'm protecting the public health. I'm at the same time from cross contamination. So that is something I really take pride in doing.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're gonna get to the receipts you got after, because they're gonna bring this up. They're gonna bring this up a little bit. They're gonna bring it up, and there's gonna be a specific part I know from when I seen it where she's gonna ask about your humanitarian work. So that would be the perfect time for you to provide your receipts.
Okay.
MTR is when he created the GoFundMe a week ago. I looked at the GoFundMe and he emphasized that he does humanitarian efforts to single mothers, fathers, veterans, disabled. And, it didn't sit right. He bolded only that part because when you're reading the whole paragraph, you're inclined to go right to the bolded part. This man is helping out veterans and people that need his help. And so I need to donate. And I just felt like that kind of reminded me of Rhoda Osmond. I said, maybe they're related. Maybe this is her cousin because this is so believable. So I did my research. When I went to Aaron's Facebook, I noticed that everything on his Facebook was about him, his body, working out, doing pull-ups, sit-ups, doing push-ups, everything related to fitness. I was looking even for the picture he used on GoFundMe of him in his uniform. There was no videos, no posts of any of this humanitarian work.
So, I want to say, I get she was trying to do the research and, what she knows is what she knows. But when we heard this part, I was like, I get what she's trying to go for, but all the stuff that she was asking for, it's on your Instagram. Like
it's on my Instagram.
It's literally on your Instagram.
For you to be the queen of accountability, queen, you should have reached out to me, and I could have helped you out with your investigation. I in fact reached out to you on Facebook and told you, I would love to talk to you. We can converse back and forth, and if there was something that you would like to know, we can certainly go about that. But I did not hear back from you. So to refute those allegations, as she just said, we're going to show you right here. She alleges I don't do any humanitarian work whatsoever. We're going to go ahead and show you right now. Okay, so here's something humanitarian.
Hold on real quick.
My best friend's wife passed away from cancer.
Hold on. It's not sharing it. Are you sharing the screen? Like I showed you?
Yeah, I went to share screen.
Hold on real quick.
Can you see it?
No. Okay. Hold on. You run. So click the button again, and then make sure you're not sharing an application. Make sure you're sharing the desktop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see?
We're about to see it. It's loading right now. There you go.
Can you see it now?
Yes, yeah. There you go. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. We gotta make sure we give y'all the evidence because I don't want my people going without evidence. So y'all can make y'all judgment based off of what y'all see, not by what y'all are just simply hearing. So go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead, do your thing.
Now this is me on the Nextdoor app. I am one of few licensed journeyman plumbers trying to provide free plumbing services. Again, this was 16 weeks ago for Army veterans and those that are disabled on a discretionary case-by-case evaluation and reduced pricing, saving homeowners thousands. And these contractors think I'm stupid and I don't know the law. They're trying to get me in trouble for a good deed. I just hate how a company I was working for would charge elderly people thousands for a simple task. So I decided to use my skills to help those in need. I am trying to provide a service so I can get my master plumber license and become a contractor too. But of course, they don't want to see that happen. It's hard enough being a black man in this trade, but this is disgusting. How greedy can you possibly be? These contractors, owners of these companies make $30,000 a day plus at a bare minimum, and that's a slow day. It's just ridiculous, but you won't stop me. I'm too smart. I'm going to keep doing good deeds no matter how many times you try to stop me. There goes 24 likes. Okay, now let's continue on. I don't do any humanitarian work, allegedly. My buddy and I are both licensed journeyman plumbers. We got some type of error right there in the mirror. I don't know why that white bar is there, but you can see low income, fixed income housing, disability, army veterans, people with property management issues. Please message me. This is all a discretionary basis, job by job. You are not entitled to free plumbing if you don't meet the criteria above. Thank you all. Good morning and God bless. Let's show one more thing right here. My best friend's wife passed away from cancer in the mouth, leaving him a single father of four. He's unemployed, very genuine guy, and has a big heart. I've been taking him with me to do free plumbing jobs, but I don't have enough business to employ him. Is there anyone willing to take on a laborer or apprentice in any construction trade or someone that can help him get a warehouse job? Thank you all. God bless. And actually, I successfully helped him land a job with a contractor. My buddy, he's doing excellent right now. He's an electrician. He's an apprentice, and he was able to get that employment due to me soliciting my plumbing skills and networking with other contractors. I was successfully able to get my friend a job, and now he's taking care of his four boys as a single father.
Okay.
I'm a monster, you know. I'm
Also,
a scammer.
Also, you have some pictures. I saw on your, but the week we did the before we did the interview, when we were reaching out to get the everything established, you also posted some pictures with you had met with like a community manager for like a youth program and something like
Yes.
that. Do you still have those pictures so people can see that you're not just making this up?
You can see it on my you can see it on my Instagram.
Okay.
So what happened was and throughout since I've been out of bondage, you know, people have always been having me advocate to children and let them know about my experience. And I had met up with the Brotherhood, and there was a particular individual, you know, that had gotten some trouble with the law,
Right.
and you know they nominated me to advocate to him about the criminality I used to indulge in. And you know, I had a profound impact on this young man's life. I showed him my bullet holes. I let him know, you know, what comes with the gang life. Two things: death or prison. And I'm willing to meet up with these children, but now, you know, I'm having difficulty doing that because people are painting this narrative out for me being this violent man or bringing up my past and all of these things of that nature. Now it's like, okay, you know, can I trust this man? You know, with all the stuff they're saying around these kids, even though I've never done nothing to no kids.
Right.
People that know me, that love, you know, that people that know me know I love kids and would never do nothing wrong to them. But because y'all are painting this narrative out here, and I was already in the works of getting, you know, football games organized for some kids out here in these neighborhoods, getting a flag football game, because you don't see kids playing at these parks anymore. Kids are in the house behind some technology. I'm trying to get them outside to come play some basketball, do something positive. Anybody that know me that'll tell you, I grew up boxing. I love fighting. I be teaching kids how to fight, you know, and not how to fight to hurt somebody, but how to defend themselves and how to protect themselves. And they're just gonna shed light on everything negative I do. But yeah, we could certainly get those videos uploaded, and even moving forward, I'm gonna be shedding more light on the children. I want to shed more light on the children, so I'm already meeting up with some parents. I'm trying to get some documentation signed where I can make content with me speaking with these kids as well.
Right. I'm trying to go through your story and trying to find it. It may have expired. So whenever you get a chance, unless you have those pictures saved on your phone or something, you can upload them to your story, and then if whenever it posts, I'll go over there. But the reason why we know about this is because as we were starting to get set to start reaching out to you for the interview, this is one of the things that we had saw as we were talking to you. And for some people that want to see something right now, proof that he helped somebody, because we can only go by off of what is on the screen and what we have seen. This was posted by him for 2 hours ago. He said, taught this young man how to run this rigid K400. He now has a life skill and has bought a sports car from Plumbing. Okay. So that's just one of the things that we can say that's on the internet.
Shout out Danny.
Oh, shout out to Danny. When you get that picture, when you get those pictures, you can put them on your story and then just let me know and I'll bring them up.
Okay.
Because all we can do for people that we are not you and we don't know what has really gone on. So all the internet can really do is go off of what they have access to, right? So I feel like it is very important for not only my fan base, for MTR's fan base, for your future fan base. If you pursue content, it doesn't matter. For Abba Preach's fan base, I think it's very important that at the end of the day, we're going to judge people whether or not we believe they're innocent or guilty. But I feel like the most important thing is at least let's have the basic knowledge of the situation. That's just how I feel. Okay. So when you do that, you're ready for that to, when you upload that or whatever, you're ready to show it, or you can send it to me after and I'll put it in the video. It doesn't matter. But
okay. Yeah, I'll send it to you after.
Okay. So yeah, we're about to get back into this to finish up this reaction.
All right.
Okay. Can you see it?
Let's see. All right, yeah, I can see now.
Okay, we're gonna jump right back into it, y'all.
Work that he's being praised for. I'm sure a veteran or a single father or a single mother or a disabled person would have said, hey, this man helped us in our time of need. But I didn't see not one receipt. So we know that a lot of his exes came out and they gave us a little bit of tea, and that helped me to do more research on him. When I did a check on Mr. Sloan, I didn't see a license on file that's connected to his information. And being in education over 11 years, we know all about education. It's linked to your social. If you got a license, if you got a degree, it's going to pull up in any background check. Don't see one for Mr. Sloan.
Oh, yeah?
Never even saw a post.
So you're saying if you're certified, it's easy to find these things. There's probably like a database that you can go into to assure that he's certified. Is that what you mean?
That is correct, MTR. Like if I wanted someone to do a facial, I'm going to go to a licensed esthetician.
Right.
But before I get her services, I'm going to verify that she does have an active license in that state.
Okay. So
You see what that says?
journeyman license, Aaron
Journeyman.
Sloan.
Hello. Hello. That's all I got to say. Now I'm not a licensed plumber. Now what? Okay, let's go.
Okay.
And then again, so they can't say, I printed this out or something. If I have to go get the letter where I got approved to get my license, and I will do that. But also, I didn't know nothing about this. KiteZz contacted me and they told me about all that, about this video that was just uploaded that we're reacting to now. And I instantly pulled out my card. Did I not pull out my card right out my wallet within seconds and was like, here it is.
Yeah, and I also know the expiration date on there. I won't give the exact, but it expires in 27, the year 2027. So we did see the front. We saw the back. We also saw some other thing that goes with it to prove its validity. That's all we can say about it. Again, we can only tell you guys what we know, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say he didn't show us it. So there you guys go. So it was valid. My wife did look it up just to make sure, and she did her check. So again, I'm not gonna give the audience something if we don't research it ourselves. So yeah. All right, let's get into it.
Anytime you sit for a license or you sit for or any exam, it's going to be public record. I just didn't see one for him.
And now, did you not see one at all, or did you not see one that was currently active?
I did not see one at all. What I did see was that he did work for a LLC. When I looked at LLC up in Arizona, the person that owns the LLC is in foreclosure right now. So I thought that was odd that they had time to hire Mr. Sloan when they're losing their house. But then I did more investigative work, and I contacted a place that had the same name in California. And Hector said he never heard of him. Hector. So
okay. Do you know a Hector?
No, I don't know no Hector.
So,
Hector was telling you the truth, woman.
Okay, so
you know,
did you have an LLC? Did you have an LLC in Arizona and California?
I never had an LLC in Arizona and California. And again, this is preposterous. That's what happens when you dive so deep into people's lives. You're looking into somebody else's information. If I have a plumbing company in California, I got some equity over there. Hey, please go get that for me, because I know nothing about that and I need mine, okay? Now, let me show you something right now. Once again.
So Hector just caught us. He just got put in something he didn't know nothing about.
Man,
all right.
You know, and look at that. They about to put Hector business out. Put Hector out of business for no reason. Can you guys see this?
Hold on. All right, guys. He managed
Did
to
you get it?
Yes, sir. We're gonna look at it right now.
Okay, cool.
So, you're not gonna see it on your screen, Aaron, but so we see here it has the business ID. It says entity Efficient Plumbing LLC. It says status active, standing good, entity type, state, entity type and state of domicile is domestic limited liability company, state of incorporation, New Mexico. And then he looks like he scrolled down a little bit more so he can show everybody. Aaron Trevon Sloan, Sr., and the address, of course, is blurred out for his safety. And yep, organizer information, all that.
So
they looked up the wrong area.
She looked up the wrong state. So you're a licensed plumber.
Yes, and I had my own business doing drain cleaning. You know, I was only doing drain cleaning, which is legal. And I also have while I had a good business relationship with several contractors that have their master plumber's license that are licensed in HVAC as well. But now, you know, they don't want to speak. They can easily come out and say, hey, you know, Aaron, I taught Aaron A, B, C, and D, but they're unwilling to, because they don't know how it's going to affect the integrity of their business. And I used to be able to travel. I had the ability to travel to California whenever I wanted and do plumbing out there. I had the ability to go to Nevada, to Texas, to all these other different states and do plumbing because I had these relationships with these plumbers. But due to this global attention, now they don't want nothing to do with me whatsoever. I just had a plumbing job lined up starting from July 1st, you know, to July 7th to learn boilers. Something I've been dying to learn, you know, since I forever I've been dying. I finally had the opportunity to learn boilers, and now, you know, they come back to me, hey, we seen you on a Pop the Balloon show, and this, and that. Now they don't want nothing to do with me whatsoever. So it's like, man, I don't even know what I'm finna do with my life, man.
Well, hopefully, everything you've been showing us, everything you talk about, people can see the truth in what you're saying or the truth in what they're believing. I don't want to say somebody's right or wrong. I don't want to say that you're 100% telling the truth or you're 1,000% lying, because at the end of the day, I only know what you're showing me. But if you are being genuine and you are telling the truth to everybody, then all we can hope for is that the truth reaches somebody and some opportunities start opening up for you to, you know, piece together what you can after this damage is done. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna jump back into it.
So that's 2 jobs that I haven't heard of him. And that was the only job that was related to this man's information. What I did find was over 30 cases across many states. We're talking about Nevada, California, you know, Texas, Oklahoma. He's internationally known, but not for any positive reasons.
Okay, what does she mean by that? You're internationally known, but not for positive reasons? 30 states?
Yes.
30 states?
I'm not... Yeah, 30 states, that's excessive.
Hold on, let me play it back to make sure she said 30 states.
Across many states.
Okay, hold on. I want, before I say 30,
that's 2 jobs that I haven't heard of him. And that was the only job that was related to this man's information. What I did find was over 30 cases across many states.
30 cases across many states. So 30 cases. Do you have 30 cases?
I might. I don't know. I might have 30 cases. But what does that have to do with what happened on Pop the Balloon show? What does that have to do? Why am I the only person that you guys are doing background reports on? And I already told you I've been to jail. I already told you I committed crime. I already told you I done things that I'm not proud of. Now I'm trying to shed a positive light. You know, I'm trying to show young black men that it's okay to be a plumber. You don't have to be tough. You don't have to be in a gang. You don't have to be anything you don't want to be. Be yourself. That's what I'm trying to show people. But you want to show people what I did in the past. Okay? Now, there was a mugshot that, you know what? We forgot to address when we brought up no, matter of fact, let her continue on.
Okay. Well, let her continue on.
We're talking about Nevada, California, you know, Texas, Oklahoma. He's internationally known, but not for any positive reasons. So it made me believe that he did not get fired. If anything, I would say that Mr. Sloan was into fitness, and that was his job. He just didn't want to embarrass himself after telling those ladies he could pull $100 grand out of the bank. So he knew saying that he got fired would play on everyone's heartstrings like it did, and people were going to donate. When I first saw the GoFundMe after someone put me on it and I read it, I reported it. I actually sent it to a GoFundMe contact that helped me with the Rhoda case. So I know for sure people are going to get their money back because he won't be able to provide the documents. Another thing I did, MTR, just for backup, I contacted one of my people in Arizona who work for the state in unemployment. And I just wanted to see if there was any claims for this individual. No claims have been filed yet, and it's been a week.
For unemployment.
For unemployment, sir. Yes.
Okay. You want to address that, the unemployment claim thing?
Do you know my life? Okay? Do you know if I have the ability to file for unemployment? So what that I haven't filed for unemployment? And once again, why are you diving so deep into so what that I haven't filed for unemployment? Do you know what I have working on in the background? No, you do not. So just because, he hasn't filed for unemployment, that means automatically he's just wrong. No, I already have a job I'm working on getting. I have all type of stuff going on, okay? Just because I haven't filed for unemployment, that doesn't mean anything.
So okay, so to the people right now, you haven't filed for unemployment because you already have employment opportunities that you are currently reaching out to that you're in the works with.
I have one limb that I'm hoping and praying on. One opportunity, possibly, and I'm gonna have to travel far, very far, to go work there.
So it would be unnecessary for you to apply then, because you're kind of already about to go
at this moment while he's still trying to find employment.
Right. And can I ask that? What state he's in? Can I ask that? Is that too far?
Yeah. I don't want to ask that.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna ask that. But I was just gonna say because I know that the process for out here in California, some people, even if you file, you don't get a meeting or scheduled to speak with a representative for a solid like 3-4 weeks. So it's not like it would have. And I can only speak for California and for people that I know. I can't speak for everybody. Of course, there's gonna be anomalies, but I know a friend of mine who's currently going for unemployment. He filed for his unemployment 2 weeks ago, and his meeting date is scheduled for next week. So I think that's 3 weeks. So in that time, I don't feel like a week is enough to, be like, well, he's not doing unemployment. I feel like that's kind of like.
It takes you a month to get qualified.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of, I don't know. I feel like that's.
And you see, she said she went to her GoFundMe contact with some false information. She went to the GoFundMe contact and told them I didn't have my license. I just showed my license on here. Went to them, told them I was never a plumber. Didn't even look at my Instagram, see me installing water heaters, see me doing all types of different plumbing. So you went to the GoFundMe with some misinformation. Okay, let's proceed.
And I'm going to make sure I show the plumbing images that she posted.
You want to file that claim right away because there's a 30-day waiting period. He hasn't done it. Why? Because he's in the club throwing money.
Okay. This one, she kind of shot herself in the foot on this point because she just said you have a 30-day waiting period to file unemployment. But it's only been a week. So if you wanted to file unemployment, you still have well over 20 days left. I don't understand that part. But I also I don't know. I think I can see what she's trying to get at. Like, if you need money, then, you should have filed for unemployment. But then that goes back to a lot of people having the misconceptions about what the purpose of the GoFundMe is for.
Because he stated that he does have money to pay his bills.
Yeah, I feel like once Alba and Preach did the talk about the GoFundMe thing and said that you were throwing it in the club and all that, everybody kind of just freestyled and took off with it. And yeah, I feel like that the internet is not being fair with that one. And I feel like Alba and Preach are also not being fair with that one because you haven't even had access to the money. And like I said, in our interview that we had with you, you stated that money that you were going to go celebrate your birthday with was money that you were pulling out that you had already set aside. So if you had already preemptively set it aside, why would all of a sudden this be GoFundMe money? That just, as a person just spectating it, 2 and 2 don't go together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it doesn't.
He's doing everything other than what he said he was going to do. Also, 6 days ago on his Facebook, he told everyone he's working with at-risk youth. That's his humanitarian work. But what happened to the vets and the single mothers and fathers and disabled? So now he is working with at-risk youth. So he went from all these different things to now he's saying he works with kids, which I find
stated in the interview. If you watch the interview, nobody watched our interview. Nobody watched the interview, and this is the problem that I'm having with it. Everybody could say this, that, and the third. Everybody's taking everything out of context, and they're not watching the full interview. Yes, the interview was strictly for Pop the Balloon and everything like that, but you did specify that you work with kids, you work with kids and youth. You did specify that you donate to children that are deaf and all that kind of stuff like that. Nobody talking about
nobody
that part.
Seems to have paid
I don't feel like
I don't feel like people paid attention. I feel like honestly,
and they're just going to the Pop the Balloon parts. They're just going to the parts that how you reacted and conducted yourself on the show and just going for face value with that, but they're not going off of what was said during the interview.
Because I do remember him bringing up he was helping. He was doing programs for the deaf.
Yes.
So it's just, I don't know, man. It's just I don't like how the internet, they didn't even, because right, you can research and listen to something just because people watch the interview doesn't mean that they're suddenly supporters of you if they feel like you've done something. Just like even right now, we're having the conversation with you at the end of the day, but I've already told you to your face when we spoke that, Aaron, I can't say you're innocent, but I also can't say you're guilty. I just want to stay in the middle because I don't know. All we can do is hear the sides.
We don't know all the facts.
But if for some reason, if even right now, by us saying you said this in the interview, there's going to be people that go, see, KiteZz is biased, bro. This is the most biased interview I've ever seen in my life. He really supports this. And it's like, bro,
But
I just want to. It was said in the interview.
There's concrete evidence that it was said in the interview. Now, it's one thing if we're saying it was said in the interview and it was never said, okay. But it was. It was
literally said in the interview. I gave y'all the interview for free.
For real.
It was a free interview, people. I don't know. I'm getting hot, and it's not even my situation because it was a free interview, bro. Like,
I just don't think it's fair. I can understand people having their assumptions and all that kind of stuff, but I don't think it's fair to cherry pick information and use it how you see fit to benefit you in that situation. Line up all the information that's been put out. Line it all up and compare it if you're gonna put out information like that. But don't cherry pick stuff and say, oh yeah, he's this, and this. Look how he looks. Look how he stands. I bet he's this, that, and that. You're speculating.
Yeah, and I want to stress again, we're making this statement based off of the fact that it's in our interview.
Yeah.
So we have proof of it. Everything we're making claims about, we only talking about stuff we have proof. If Aaron can't provide us the proof of it, we are not going to back it. But everything so far we've talked about, he has either shown us, it has been on his story, or it was said in the interview.
Or
that's all we
can't talk about it.
Or he legally can't talk about it.
That's it.
Odd being a felon and being wanted in a couple of those states. I don't think they would let him work with kids.
Are you wanted?
Man, the police was just at my house. Why wasn't I arrested? If I'm wanted, you're reading some information, you're not reading it correctly. Why, if I'm wanted, why didn't they arrest me when they came to my house? They was just at my house within the last week. MTVR, whatever your name is, bro. Are you gonna sit here and lie and say, before when you called to me? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me pull out my phone. Hold on. Let me pull out my phone since he pulling out DMs. What's his name? On Instagram, MVTR.
I don't know. We've never reached out to him. That's also why we got to take his words with a grain of salt because we don't know him honestly. So I don't want to demonize somebody I don't know.
Why can't I find his messages now? Oh, here it goes. Okay. So, did I not? Hold on. Let me show you guys. I'm scrolling up.
Hey, people. We doing this for y'all. We want y'all to have the truth so y'all can, use your own intuition. I don't want, if you feel like, hey, why isn't you interviewing this person? Why aren't you talking to this person? I can only talk to people that reach out to me. I'm going to keep it a stack with y'all. So that's all I can say. Every person that we've interviewed has reached out to us. So if y'all are sitting there like, why don't you talk to this, have them talk to me. I don't know.
Now look. Didn't I not just tell you I had to call the police?
Yes, that's fine.
I had to call the police.
Can we push it back a few hours? I need to call the police seriously. Do you think be safe and take care of yourself? Hit me back whenever you're available.
Okay.
Now, I just had to call the police because they was wait, what's going on? What happened with my life? Oh yeah, because they was posting my address and I can't really go into depth, but
yeah.
You were getting doxxed. Is that what you said?
Yes,
you were getting doxxed. Okay.
I was getting doxxed. And I let him know, I had to call the police and they did come to my house and take a report. So if I'm wanted and the police just came to my house and I got a picture of the police officer, if y'all want to even see the picture of the police officer, at my door, and I could certainly show you that. I wasn't arrested. So for me to be wanted, man, I can't be wanted too much. I couldn't have did nothing too bad.
Yeah, wanted in multiple states, right? That's
30 cases.
I believe that.
I have certainly been in jail in multiple states. I have certainly committed crime in certain states, but this is all old.
Yeah.
And one thing I was saying we did not get to address was I ended up finding out later in that disciplinary thing where I was in prison, right? If you scroll to the very bottom of that disciplinary, you see that it says I had detainers. At the very bottom, I had 2 detainer holds for 2 charges. So when I was released from this facility, I was transferred to another facility in Texas where I had to do more time. Then I was after I was released from prison, right? I had these 2 detainers, which you can see online. When when I got released out of prison, I had warrants for my arrest. So I had to go turn myself in. And that's why you see mug shots from last year or whatever, because I had to go turn myself in to clear warrants, that I did prior to all of this, if that makes sense.
Okay. So the mugshot, I mean, the warrants and wanted things that she's bringing up are stuff that you have already cleared up and already.
Yes.
Okay. And people, like he said, if he says you can go see it on his record, I always tell y'all when people make claims, go look for it yourself. I don't know how to look up somebody's record, so I'm not about to sit here and go on Google and act like I do. But if he send me a screenshot of it later, I'll let y'all know. But
all y'all need to be detectives.
Yeah,
I know how to do all that.
Yeah, but if you're ready, we can move on.
Okay, yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, and this is currently wanted, right? Because when I talked to him, right, the story that I had in my head, and I've talked to him, and I did a 5-hour stream with him, and even though I never told anybody to go up to the GoFundMe, in fact, during that stream, I said, you need to provide the evidence. You need to show us the paperwork, right? You need to show us, because without that, this is just a story. It could just be a fabrication. Oh yeah, no, I get to it, this, that, and the third, right? So even with that being said, right, and even looking up some of the court cases and warrants that he might still have active, and there's some other things that he did not disclose or talked about. Like one of the things I talked about was, he was talking about, if I was stalking women, if I was this abusive person, then where's the police reports? Where is it this? But there's actually some police reports that have to do against harm against women. And, I don't want to get too.
Okay. Is that valid? Is that, I don't know. I haven't looked at your record, but do you want to clear that up?
Man, this is all I'm going to say. What does it matter what I did in the past? Why are you trying to paint this narrative of me being a woman abuser? Why are you trying to paint this narrative? What are you accomplishing here? For what? I don't want to keep talking about my past. I'm trying to recreate my future. Why do you keep diving into my past about what I did in the past? You're talking about a time in my life where I was desperate, I was vulnerable, I was just trying to do whatever I could to survive. I didn't have mommy and daddy I can go call and get $20 from. I didn't have nobody. I didn't have nowhere I can I go sleep on your couch? No, I had to figure it out. I didn't have nobody giving me sound advice. I had to figure it out at a young age. I didn't have parents that taught me discipline, that taught me morals, that taught me values. The intellect that comes out of my mouth, everything that I speak, everything I've accomplished in life has come from my own doing, for the most part, from trial and error, not from having a responsible parent teaching me. So why are you trying to tear me down, man? That's what I want to know. Why are you trying to tear me down? What are y'all accomplishing from this? Okay, do y'all want it to the point where I'm never able to have a wife? I'm never able to have a family, to the point where I'm never able to have a career? That's what y'all want to succeed so bad in doing, for what? Because I told a woman she's not qualified for me because she's not fit to my liking. That means we need to do background checks on this guy. We need to Come on, man. Everybody did something that they're not proud of. The only difference between my situation and yours is I'm on Front Street with mine. Mine is out for the whole world to see. But think to yourself for 1 second in your head, if the world knew some of your deepest, darkest secrets, your deepest, darkest wrongdoings, what would they be saying about you?
Right.
It's people that done things 100 times worse than what I've done. Man, talk to me about something positive, bro.
Right. I want to ask this. When you say it's your past, right? Is there like a solid time frame? Is it like 5 years back, 10 years back, 20 years back? Is like a solid time frame? Like
It's been longer than 7 years.
Okay, so
years.
that is okay, because the thing is, if this was something that happened last year, then it's still fresh. And that's why I asked 5 years, because I feel like 5 years is a lot of time to be on a journey to fixing it. Now that you're saying it might be 7 or more years, it's not like this is something that you recently did. It's not like this is something that happened 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 3 years ago. This is something that happened literally, almost 10 years ago. And at that point, it's like you're holding me to something that I've already paid for years ago. And now you're still labeling me as if in 7 years somebody can't change.
I don't know what information everyone else has to say that it was recent.
I don't even think, I haven't heard anybody say it was recent. Every time I hear people bring it up, they say he has a criminal record, but I've never heard somebody actually bring up how long ago the record was. And I feel like that is important. If you got a guy that has been accused of robbery, then you can say, oh, he's a thief. But then when you look at it and it was like he robbed somebody 20 years ago, but in those 20 years after he hasn't robbed anybody, it makes me question, like, okay, he's an ex-thief, but he hasn't reverted back to what he was doing. That's how I process it. So that's why to me it's important to tell me how long back.
So the problem that I'm having is that there's been too many burner and spam accounts releasing information, and they're saying that this was last year.
Possession.
Oh yeah, go ahead and show that mugshot too. And that's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Now that's what I was referring to when you go on. See, now I got to pull it up. Now let me go to it.
Let me see it.
Let me go to the prison.
So that was you turning yourself in for those warrants, basically.
Yes, that was me turning myself in for those warrants.
So
That makes sense.
Okay. Because when you went in on the 23rd and on 5/14/2023, did you have to serve any time?
Yes. No, those are not new charges I picked up. Those are that case is from like 2014.
Send me that.
2013. When I was like 18 or 19 years old when that case transpired. But when I got out of prison,
you can send
I
it in
still
Discord.
had those warrants.
I'm gonna bring this up because I feel like it's important that we put it on there, because this is why I'm glad we did this, because you have to actually get the context with stuff. This is the same thing when people try to do they bring Bibles into this and all that, right? Let me see. She just posted it. This is why we're doing this, because I felt like I needed to understand some things. You sent it to me on, okay.
I'll send it to you on Discord.
Okay. So unfortunately, this might be a fake chat. You got a lot of people creating fake accounts about you, but
man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's some guy named DeJuice Martinez. He posted your mugshot. It's cut off, but this is the one that everybody I've noticed has been bringing up now that's circulating, is that you were booked on 5/14/23 at 11:38 p.m. And this is what you said you went to go register for your warrants and stuff, right?
Yeah. So again, let me say this clearly for the selective hearing people. when I went to prison, right? I mean, when I got released out of prison, I had detainers on me. So I had to go back to jail, turn myself in to get these off of me. And I was done with that matter. Don't have no one inform me or anything.
Okay, so I feel like that is very important to clear up, because this is why it's very dangerous when people do this. I feel like a lot of people, y'all get so excited y'all get so happy to try to like, oh, I told y'all he was this, I told y'all he was that. Y'all are spreading misinformation about somebody. Because, and if he
and that could lead up to defamation.
Yeah, that is defamation. Because if he didn't serve any time for this, and these are previous charges, you guys are essentially lying on him, saying that he just went to jail last year for this charge. When he said, as he said, he had to go do his detainers. He went in. They just had to process him on that, and they let him go. So that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Also, stop making people stop making fake accounts of people, bro. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
There was a fake account of me with 167,000 followers on it.
That's weird, bro.
I mean, now, how do I do the screenshot thing again so I can show them again right here, because I pulled it up.
Control. It's Windows key, Shift, and S. You got to hold all three at the same time.
Okay.
And my thing is, here's why a lot of people didn't pay attention to this. Possession of controlled substance, use of firearm while committing a felony, possession of paraphernalia, failure to aid in enforcing terms and conditions of probation. If you got all these, I'm pretty sure you would still be in there right now with all these charges.
Exactly.
I don't think you would be out in under a year. I think even out here in Oklahoma, let me see, Oklahoma
don't play either.
No, they don't.
Now, how do I post this?
Control V and then enter.
Control.
Possession of a weapon of a convicted felon is punishable by 1 to 10 years in prison. So that don't add up, because you would not be here right now. You would not be here.
And then, come on now. So I'm out on bail, living in another state. I'm doing game shows. I'm doing all of this while I'm out on bail. Throwing money at the club. You know, come on, man.
Yeah, people, y'all running with misinformation, bro. This is dangerous. This is dangerous.
If I'm fighting the case right now, I need to be saving every dollar, every dime.
Yeah, now, this is dangerous.
I sent you the thing right there. You can see at the bottom it says I have detainers.
Okay.
That exactly. Those are warrants.
Okay, so people, we
got out of prison with.
We gonna pull it up right here. All right, y'all.
You did.
You said what? Oh, I'm not gonna play it. I don't have to play it. He just yeah. So, notification request, detainers and or warrants, 3 on record. On 10/7/2017, he was tried. Detainer conviction state. 2017 again. Notification request, Maricopa. Date agreement was 06/05/2019. 2017 again. Felony hold, non-extraditable. So these are the holds that he's bringing up, and he got these holds in 2017. So that is exactly 7 years ago. That's 7 years ago, people.
Hello.
Man, this is crazy, man. I feel like I'm on like some CSI bullcrap right now, bro.
Man.
And it's sad because
it shouldn't even have gotten to this point.
It shouldn't have got this far. And reality is, all people had to do was just ask you for the interview.
That's it. But they want to get content. They don't care how my end story ends. They just want to look good. As long as the limelight, the viewers, the money, the everything hit. But who cares if we destroy a black man in the process?
Dang. All right. Well, let's get back to it. We got a little bit more of this video, but dang, man. All right. This is
too much on the police reports and stuff like that. Actually, I wanted to direct my audience to your live stream that you're going to have later on this week to kind of go over all of that stuff. but specifically as it refers to not maybe not even having a job to lose at the time of being right after the pop the balloon, and then fabricating that for a story. That's really where I wanted to focus in right now, because that's how I know about him. The pop the balloons thing happened 4 weeks ago or something like that. I didn't know anything about that until it was him losing his job. Then I saw this dissenting views regarding him, and then I had a conversation with him, holding him accountable at different times that I thought things just didn't make sense. Absolutely. Never advocating for the GoFundMe, right? Saying you need to provide evidence, but then it's coming out right now that when I ask him directly, hey, can you send me, what is the name of the place that you worked? Now he needs to go get a lawyer. Okay. What's your license number? Now he needs to go get a lawyer number, right?
So when I heard I did not have a license, I pulled out my license quicker than the speed of light.
Right.
So you're going to, come on. Now, honestly, I'm asking y'all, do y'all think that is the truth? You guys are on this reaction video too. Do you think that is the truth? Why would I pull out my license for y'all and not pull out my license for this man? This man never asked me for my license to begin with.
I don't think anybody has.
I can't believe you sitting here lying. You right, Queen of
Alex.
Accountability. I regret doing that interview with him because he's lying. Oh, you are sitting here worried about saving your platform and not worried about my integrity, bro. You never asked for my license because I done pulled it out several times already. That would have never been a problem.
It's even as bad as a couple people are alluding to the fact that the uniform that you wore in the GoFundMe is not a plumber's uniform. So which that insinuated that you are not an actual plumber.
Which is I want to, even as somebody who's not in the plumber, because I know a picture you're talking about is when you're wearing the red construction shields. People, one dude said, "Oh, this ain't no plumber's gear. This is a construction worker gear." Do y'all understand that construction has variations of plumbing? Plumbing is a part of construction.
Do you know what new construction plumbing is?
New construction plumbing.
Google new construction plumbing.
Okay, we're gonna pull it up.
Okay, before you even speak about something, people utter words out their mouth they have no knowledge of. I was doing new construction plumbing.
Oh, and this to the guy that was on his live stream talking about plumbers don't wear these vests.
The vest,
there it is.
Sash with the tools all in the pockets.
There it is.
That's not a plumber's fit.
Yep, he was saying that. He was saying that this is not a plumber's fit. That you were lying about being a plumber.
Understand, there is different phases to plumber. You got new construction plumbers. You got industrial plumbers. You got commercial plumbers. You got commercial service plumbers. You got residential service plumbers. There's all different types of plumbers. There's 5 different types of plumbers right there. Bro. And I can do all 5 types of plumbing. But y'all took that from me.
Bro, black people, we gotta when we say stuff, we gotta make sure we know what we're talking about before we sit there and because
this don't even just go for black people. This just goes for people in general.
It's because it's crazy. And here's how we know that we're not gonna put you on blast, streamer that did it. But you know who you were because you were talking about MTR. You were flaming him, calling him a simp. But here, and then you're talking about this guy was faking it. Plumbers don't wear this uniform. And the plumbers are wearing the exact same uniform. And so black people, when we say stuff, it makes us look really dumb when we just spout off and immediately just go, oh yeah, he ate this because I seen real this. When Google is free. How long did that take us to find that?
We just had a plumber come out to our house and he looked just like
that. Yeah. We just had a plumber, and this is why we were laughing at the dude's stream, because the plumber that came to our house was wearing the exact same fit you were wearing when they had to break down our walls and everything. And it's just like, bro, black people, we just be saying stuff. We gotta stop, man.
It's okay to talk. It's okay to not talk about things that you don't know about. You don't have to talk about. If you don't know about it, don't talk about it.
Bro. And it's like, again, we're neutral because we only, every information that you guys, you people are seeing right now, this is all the information that we have. He's not giving us anything exclusive. Everything he's showing y'all now is the same stuff he showed us. Take it with a grain of salt. If you want to research, go research what he says. I'm sure he'll be able to, I mean, he's going to send me more pictures and stuff like he said, but people, we got to do better than this, man. But we're going to keep going with this video. If you have anything else you need to say, Aaron, go ahead.
No, that's all, man. It's crazy.
And it's odd how that is happening now. He's okay to go live and to talk about these things in order to clear his name when I ask these questions to prove and provide data or receipts, because he fooled the whole country. He fooled the whole country. Like, he fooled people who went and paid within the GoFundMe. But everybody who's reviewing the story is saying it's messed up that he got fired. It's messed up. But the assumption was that he wouldn't be lying to that extent, that perhaps it's not true.
So, MTR, I agree with everything you said. And one thing about the internet, if you truly got fired and they called this company 500 times, that would mean they knew the company's information.
Yeah.
May I ask you a question? Have you seen the name of this company floating around, sir?
Nope. Sorry, you can't see me. I'm shaking my head.
Has he told you the name? Did he get
So we can say this, and to your exes, the not the specific one you're going to do the interview with, because we're gonna she didn't send us this, but there's a couple, one of your exes, quote unquote exes, that have been spamming our channels. They've been spamming our channel trying to expose you because they were mad we did the interview. One of the exes sent me a link or sent me something, and it was your information about where you work. Now, the reason why me and Alex haven't been on video talking about this was his job is because, like you said, when we researched it was also the same time we asked you about it. You're going through something legal. I know the name of his company that he worked at, but he can't, like, if he says he can't legally say it, I am not going to say it without his permission. But I will say the ex that exposed him and showed me it, you just disqualified this claim yourself. And once Aaron is able to share that information, because you guys did dox him, there is proof you guys did dox him. You guys not only doxed him, you guys are still doxing him. So, yeah, I can vouch for that one. I know where Aaron worked at. And sadly, I didn't get that from Aaron, which is unfortunate. And I'm sorry that I had to find out through that way. So I'm telling you right now, Aaron, I'm sorry I found out your information like that. But like I said, when we dropped that interview,
the comments were on fire.
Y'all wanted to expose this man so bad. Y'all was linking me TikToks. Y'all was linking me everything about this man. And some of these videos, I went back to check. Y'all have privated some of them, and y'all also have deleted some of them. But y'all were so ready to expose him. Some of y'all snitched on yourselves. So that's all I can say about that. But Aaron, when you get your legal thing together, are you able to restate why you were fired? Are you able to say again what caused you to get fired?
Yeah, from what I was told, from other co-workers, was due to the amount of calls that were placed to the business, and it was interfering with operations is why I was terminated. But I also believe because of my skin color as well, because it's not the first time, I've encountered prejudice acts. I feel like had I been another skin color, this would certainly not be the case. I would still have my job today. But because I'm a black man and I was being assertive and I stood my ground, and they didn't like how I was talking to these women, that can be part of the reason as well too. But I also understand at the same token, because it puts the company in a negative light. women do not like me, and women are saying, you know, people are saying I started a war with men and women with all of this stuff
It was
that's
already
been
there.
going on lately. So, you know, if women are against me and people are disapprove of me, why would a company, honestly, would you want to hire me right now to your, say your podcast took off, you guys got approved for 10 million right now, and you guys were thinking about hiring me, but you know, if you hire me right now, you're gonna lose that $10 million contract. Are you gonna hire me? Of course not.
Yeah, because it's a
It's not in
liability.
your best interest. So it's the same thing with the company. So we're negotiating severance pay. I don't know, you know, I'm ignorant of the law in certain aspects, and I just need somebody to go over it before I end up in a bad situation.
Now, did
And
your
if I get the approval,
Mhm.
if I get the approval, oh, certainly, I would love to expose this company myself, because of course they terminated me. You think I don't want to say anything? You know, I would love to expose them for the racism. I would love to expose them for a multitude of things.
Mm.
Now, did your coworkers tell you that they received over 500 calls, or was that just an exaggeration that people just start throwing out
Now,
there?
honestly, that was just me. You know, when I made the post,
Hmm.
I was in in an emotional state.
Right.
So I don't know how many calls were placed exactly, but I just know it was enough
It
to
was
get
enough
me
to do the
fired.
damage.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes, I'm not,
so okay.
and
So
yeah, to clear that up, to say, you know, 500 exactly. No, I just was like, you know, fuck. They called 500 fucking times. You know,
yeah,
way too
okay.
many times to get me fired.
It was
That's
an
how I was feeling in the
exaggeration.
moment.
So it was an
Yes,
exaggeration, but it was enough to get you fired.
Right.
Okay. Because
yes.
realistically, it only takes 10. It takes 10 phone calls to get the average person fired. So, but okay, so we cleared that up. 500 calls is an exaggeration. It was just a multiple number of calls.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get to it.
He hasn't told
The
me.
name of the company.
So he hasn't told me the name of a company. I've seen a name floating around.
Yep, it is floating around too.
But it's the same name that you called, and you said that they don't
It
know
was
who he
not
is.
the same name.
Correct. And not only that, when I went to the reviews, typically when a plumber comes to your place and they give you, you know, kudos, they say your name. In California, Hector is the main plumber that's under that name of the company, but it's actually.
Did you work for a Hector for the second time?
Again, I do not know who Hector is, but shout out to Hector, you know.
Shout out to Hector.
An
We're gonna
LOC
stand
that's
together,
under
Dad.
Aaron's information. And the LOC it goes all the way back to Yavapai, which is Arizona. And when
Right.
I reached out to the owner of the LOC, he did not know an Aaron. So all I'm saying, even if they're lying to us saying that they don't know, but it's true, he wouldn't have any problem showing you. You're not
Right.
going to
It should
expose
be
him.
easy.
This is going to help him continue his journey.
I just want to note, she said in this video, you would have no he would have no problem showing you. It's not like you're going to expose him, but then you just expose his DMs.
But then just, yeah, exactly. So if had I sent this to this man and trusted him in confidence, he wouldn't show nobody like, hey, bro, here goes the contract. You know, don't post this or anything. He would have posted it, and I would have been hooked, and he wouldn't have cared. You know, he like, oh, your GoFundMe numbers is gonna go up crazy and things of that nature, right? But in the contract, that GoFundMe money does not equate to the number. You know, they're saying I will be penalized. It's nowhere near the penalty that I will receive. I will be spending an entirety trying to pay that. That's all I will say.
Yeah, and that you're saying that based off of that image, you didn't really show it to us, but like you kind of like, you know, because I don't want to get you in trouble, but it was based off of that image, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Journey of healing.
Yeah, if he just shows it, the GoFundMe's will go crazy, but people are not donating because, you know, I was telling people, wait for the paperwork to come out, right? But so if he was to provide that, and it would go more towards his efforts, but he's all of a sudden now I'm the enemy for
let's
him.
stop
All of a
right
sudden
there.
he's
People will stop. It'll go more towards my efforts again. And I didn't ask anybody to donate. The people said that they wanted to donate to me. I was doing this before I had a GoFundMe. Do you see the receipts that I have? They clearly say 16 weeks ago. I wasn't even thinking about a GoFundMe. Did I have a GoFundMe then? Was I out here in the community requesting, asking anybody for any type of compensation for the deeds that I did? I clearly said, if you can afford it, pay me, this rate right here. If you can't afford it, it is free.
Right.
Right. What are you pulling up? Oh, the comments of people telling.
There were comments that were asking if you had a GoFundMe.
Yes. Also, can I show this without exposing this guy's? Hold on. I got a fan that actually. Oh. Yeah, I actually had a couple fans that actually reached out to me after we did the interview, and they were actually asking for your information or if you were going to start a GoFundMe, and I told them to go to your Instagram. Your Instagram. Here. I don't want to show his thing. Okay, hold on.
So screenshot it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't want to show his thing because I don't want to expose him, but this is one example of people that were actually reaching out to us. And if you know, well, don't show his, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. And you know who you are. I'm sorry. It's just evidence is evidence, bro. Like, all love though. Yeah. Okay. I did my best. We did our best to crop it, but we cropped it on the phone. Hopefully it doesn't show your thing, bro. Okay. So you can't see it on the screen, but I posted it in the chat. It says, I actually want to help that brother out, even if I don't know him, because I have been there and I know it hurts. Not sure if his IG is still up because I tried to look him up, but do you know his Cash App if he has one? So this was after we did the video stating we need to talk about Weapon X when we did the follow-up after the interview and we addressed the situation. And there's also comments on that same video talking about wanting to start a GoFundMe and help him out. So there is validity to him saying he didn't start the GoFundMe for himself. And that's also, that video is still up. Everything I've told you guys that has been on my page, I have not deleted a single thing. There's no comments deleted. There's no whatever. If these
even the spam accounts that they've been
yeah.
making, the burner accounts that they've been making, all those comments
are still there. Everything's still there. So I'm not the type of person to hide it because I don't got nothing to hide. I gained nothing from this situation. I haven't been paid. We don't make YouTube money like y'all see or y'all think we do. So it's not like I gain anything by giving y'all this information. But yeah, let's get back into it.
He's upset at me because I asked simple information that he should be more than willing. If I'm getting more than willing to sit down for posting
your text, bro.
His particular story. Why not show the evidence to prove that you did not set up this GoFundMe fraudulently, utilizing wrong information to pull at the heartstrings of people in order to get donations and increase donations?
MTR, something else that I noticed is the picture he's using. That picture is nowhere on any of his social medias. And what bothers me is that besides that picture, what else is the proof that he's a master plumber?
I'm sorry, Queen of Accountability.
Can we pause? Pause there. Pause.
Yeah.
She said, what is there to prove that I'm a master plumber? All right. When did I say I was a master plumber? I'm clearly marketing on these ads. I clearly said in the interview I just did with this man. That's why I'm saying he painted me in a negative light. I clearly told them, go on the Nextdoor app, type in my name, and you will find that I'm advertising these free services for these Army veterans, for all of these people. Now, I cannot control how many people contact me. I can't. All I can do is put it out in the universe. Hey, contact me. I'm willing to do this much. If you call me, I'll come and do it. Great. If you don't, that's fine. But I did my job, by putting it out there in the universe. So
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all. We got the let me see if well, actually we'll screenshot it. But on his Nextdoor app, it does say Aaron Sloan, journeyman plumber. There's no claim that he is a master plumber on there.
I never said I was a master plumber.
So, and we're gonna, I'm never gonna make a claim without showing y'all some proof. Besides,
so how credible is this man? I mean, how credible is what you're saying now, bro? I just said in your interview that I was on the Nextdoor app doing free plumbing services.
And as you guys can see, here it is.
Whatsoever. That's what I just said in your interview. So you see how out of the 5-hour live stream that we did, he painted me in the most negative fashion that he possibly could. I did not trust this man with providing him with the documentation that he was requesting. So he got upset.
Yeah. Hold on. We just showed them that one, but then we're also going to show the post that you put, that you also clearly state that you are in fact a journeyman plumber, and you actually had somebody reaching out to you about your bathroom sink. So yep, free plumbing services. I was donated $15,000 to do humanitarian work, and I would like to shoot content providing free plumbing services and other good deeds. I'm going viral on everyday social media site. Please inbox me if you're interested. You must be okay with me content creating for free service. I'm a licensed journeyman plumber. That was 3 days ago, people, and he already got somebody reached out. So that lady said, where is his humanitarian work? It's right there. And honestly, a plumber saying, I want to be able to film it for content creation for plumbing. Honestly, if I'm a person that is in need of plumbing and I see somebody offering that and they just tell me I just want to record myself doing it, shoot, we just paid almost $2,000 for plumbing, and it was something as simple as a piece of glass getting stuck in our drain. And we had to literally pay $2,000, and we got 3 holes in our walls right now.
Yeah, because our insurance wouldn't cover it.
Yep. So if I could have got that for free, I ain't gonna cat. And we in Cali, so it's hard. It's hard out here.
I would have came out and did it too, gladly.
Yeah.
Because, and the reason why I offered free plumbing services as well too, because in plumbing you encounter different things all the time, no matter where you go, and it makes your skill set better.
Yeah.
So it increases my efficiency at the end of the day. It might cost me a little bit of money, but the experience I get in the long run, it benefits me better than anything. So I'm willing to tackle on any project that I can find.
Right. And I also wanted, so I don't have to, I know I'm jumping around a lot, but evidence is so important, right? But I did remember that on your story, you did have some proof of your plumbing stuff recently posted. So rather than me have to
wrong info.
Yeah, it's right here. So rather than me having to go back and add it into here, I'm gonna put it up on for evidence. I don't know if you can see it as well. So
that's me soldering right there.
Yep. So this is what he put on his story. So there's going to be a claim later on that says he was never a plumber and all that stuff, and he has no proof of actually doing it. So here we go. This is all on his story, by the way.
I'm putting a ball valve on, about to install a water heater right there, soldering.
I don't even know what that is. So you
soldering?
You can tell.
Yeah, I had to learn that in engineering school. I had to learn how to solder.
No, the parts and
right
everything.
There,
I wouldn't know what any of that is.
I'm soldering. I'm taking a cap off. I'm about to do some what we call. I was doing some ankle stops right there.
Oh, Yeah, we know about those.
Yeah, we had to pay for those too. Those cost us $300. So
And it's crazy. Angle stop is only $10 at Home Depot.
yeah, that's what they told us. But they said to put it on and change it out, it was gonna cost us $3.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It only take me 15 minutes to do that.
right. So she's gonna make the claim that he has no proof of him doing any plumbing. There's your proof right there. He was doing plumbing. So
because he's using a Yahoo that does not link any of his social medias. And what bothers me is that besides that picture, what else is the proof that he's a master plumber? Because he's using a Yahoo that does not link back to anybody's.
One, he never claimed to be a master plumber, and two, his Instagram had all the proof of him plumbing. And for you to do all this investigation on Facebook is partnered with Instagram. All you had to do was click.
Information sounds like he just created the master plumber 209 at Yahoo email to kind of corroborate this plumber story. But when you look at his social medias,
my personal email that I use, just because it says master plumber, what does that have to do with anything? That is my personal email. So what? I call myself a master plumber. That's what I aspire to be. That's what I'm going to be, God willing. If I'm able to get back into the field due to this madness. But so what? It says master plumber.
So she made the claim off of your email name, not the actual.
Yeah, so she's like, I'm basically making a facade like master plumber, and I never did plumbing. I make this fake email. I don't have my license. Never did any plumbing. I just work out. Just because I don't look like a plumber doesn't mean I'm not one. I'm a damn good one too.
I want to say this. I don't feel like these people did this investigation to be malicious. I feel like because, like he said, they had a situation with the brick lady, the lady who was claiming that a white man assaulted her with a brick. But then we found out later on, because I remember it on TikTok. Reaction. Yep, it was an allergic reaction. She had never been assaulted with a brick, and she had a history of doing that same thing over and over. So I feel like people investigated this because we don't want to fall for it again. So I don't want to demonize her because she got information wrong. But I do want to call it out on them the same way we were able to get you on this interview twice for free twice. And do we talk to you? Do we reach out to you? How did you find out about us?
I seen your reaction video. I thought y'all were funny. Y'all had some good content, and there it was.
So, and we don't even got 100K. We're not even a big platform. He saw a reaction video and got 2 interviews with us. You guys, all y'all had to do was just communicate with the man if y'all wanted to know the truth. Instead of doing all this background thing, just ask him. Because if he lies on camera and somebody can prove he's lying, that just makes you look even better. But now you went off information and it was the wrong information. And now when this interview comes off, God willing, the right people see it. But nobody wants to be responsible for demonizing somebody that did not need to be demonized. Right. So that's all I can say. I don't feel like they did this maliciously, but I do feel like this was a reaction to the Auburn preach, and they were just trying to damage control. That's how I feel about it.
I don't see a video of him fixing a sink, laying down pipe, shaking someone's hand, saluting a veteran. There's nothing. And for someone that's been living and sleeping and eating and breathing plumbing, it'll be everywhere. All I see is him.
So there's no point in talking about this because we just debunked this whole.
He had him on Instagram, and those stories have been on his Instagram for a while, for the last couple days.
We got a lot of internet, but we don't got people that use it.
Shaking his pectoral muscles and acting a damn fool. What I want you to know is that I was never convinced of his story. I felt like this was Rhoda 2.0. He's worse than Rhoda. And those police reports, I have over 30 that were sent to me. And I will expose that on Wednesday. So
apparently she has over 30 police reports of you.
Even if you do have 30 police reports of me, so what? Okay? So what? I was not a good dude in the past. And again, okay, I wouldn't even say I wasn't even a good dude because I always had a good heart. You know, I was just learning through trial and error, trying to survive, trying things to get money. Do you know how that feels? To be 14 years old and not have a roof over your head? Do you know how it feels to have to commit crime so you can eat something at night? Do you know? You don't know how that feels, man. You couldn't, like I said, y'all couldn't walk a millimeter, not a millimeter in my shoes. So don't tell me nothing about my life.
All right, let's jump back into it.
Show everyone. And I did contact a couple of those policemen who are looking for Mr. Sloan. So while he's out here throwing money in the club, bring your ass out to Elk Grove, Mr. Sloan, and stop avoiding what you did.
What police officer looking for you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you ever?
Because I just talked.
Well,
Elk Grove PD got my number. They just called me. I just had to file a harassment, and that's why it took me so long to get on this thing with y'all, because I was trying to find all the receipts. But people in California are a particular individual out there has been sending out, my father's address, sending out my family members' address as well. And I'm like, man, god damn, bro. Like, y'all gonna get somebody hurt in the end of the day. I told y'all I ain't did stuff. Man, why aren't you putting my parents and they reaching out to my sister and trying to, they're just doing way too much, man. This thing got way out of hand. It all started, bottom line, all of this started from me going on a balloon dating show. Me telling a woman she was not qualified for me. She was not fit to my liking. How does this jump all the way to this guy's a criminal? This guy's this. This guy's did all of this crime in his life. So what? Malcolm X did crime in his life. He turned his life around. He left a legacy behind, didn't he? So now I aspire to do the same thing that Malcolm X did. I'm wrong.
That's cancel culture. They'll bring up stuff that happened 20, 30 years ago.
And at the end of the day, I'm gonna stress, we not saying you innocent, but we also not saying you guilty. That's all we can say. We can't make no claim. But from what you've shown us addressing this video, the evidence you provided for this video, you're looking pretty innocent in this video. Versus
and
this one.
They still gonna take bits and pieces out of this and misconstrue it and still try to cut and talk about the past. And this, man, come on, man. This is crazy. Anything y'all would like to know before y'all come out here and get on these platforms, I guarantee you I got every receipt that I need to refute your allegation.
Okay.
Any receipt they post about me or anything you would like to know about me that transpired in the past, just ask me. But stop painting this all over the internet. Stop making it to the point where it's going to be impossible for me to get a job.
Also, I want to stress, he has, for y'all people that, the main reason why y'all hate him is because the claims of the ex. The main reason why y'all are coming at him because the claims of the ex, he has already volunteered to do the interview with the ex. So,
and I offered to pay my money. Mine. None of the offered to pay my money to get her on here. So I could shut that down too.
So the ball's in her court. But if she doesn't want to do it, we can't keep talking about it. Y'all can't keep throwing it back in his face because he's willing to face the allegations. So that's just that. And to the lady, at the end of the day, for your mental health, even though we're saying this, don't do something you don't want to do. Because you'll come on this interview and it'll go the wrong way. And there's been enough damage to both of y'all's perspectives, because y'all got people that support him going at her, and then y'all got people that support her going at him, and then we got people on both sides coming at us, and then coming at MTR, and then coming. Everybody just got to stop hate mobbing and just let's start getting to the information.
I saw it, man. You're not slick. You won't get past
queen. They call you the queen of accountability for a reason. Listen, I'm gonna ensure that I leave a link down below to your live stream where you begin to talk about all of these things. But Daphne, thank you. Right?
I want to say one more thing, MTR. You know, as Black people, we have to do better. You know, I thought Rhoda created some change with these scammers, that they're going to be careful on how they scam. And clearly, Aaron didn't get the memo. But what
Black people, we have to do better. We have to do better. Let's do a half-ass investigation and cancel this black man, because I didn't like what he said to other black women. I don't like what that black man said to these black women. So let's bring up his criminal history. Let's paint him in the most negative light that we can possibly paint him, you know, to just so we can say what he did on the balloon show was wrong. Y'all going that deep just to say, you know, he was wrong? Come on, man. My goodness.
Yes. And the only thing is, go ahead, man.
The police ain't got me sitting in nobody's jail. I'm still sitting here in front of you. I'm hitting you with receipts. Police was just at my house. I'm still free to this day.
bothers me is that Aaron has so many different talents, and being a scammer shouldn't be a talent. He could be helping the community with getting out of obesity. He could be helping the community with taking care of their mental and physical health, but instead he wants to take money by using vets and single mothers and fathers. That's the guys. Just like Rhoda said, she has to pay for those medical bills that she never paid for because she didn't have them. This is why we are suffering as a Black community. And when people like us expose it, we're haters.
This is why we're suffering. No, we're suffering because of the crabs in a barrel syndrome. I'll see somebody rising, just get a little bit of, I ain't even cracked the surface of some fame. And y'all are already got 10,000 men yanking me by my ankles trying to pull me back down to the bottom.
And my thing is,
that's preposterous. For an educated woman, a woman of your stature, I would expect a more thorough investigation. I would expect you not to be providing false allegations to the people in regards to me. You could have contacted me, Queen.
We're narcissists. We're snitches. Well, I'll take all those titles if it means people get to get their money back. Because on those same GoFundMes, there are people dying, and all they need is $50. And this man was able to garner what? Almost 15,000. I'm not happy with that, and I'm gonna make sure it is shut down and he is banned.
Stop! Say that again. She's not happy with that. There's people on there that only get $50.
As a Black community.
This man was able. That's the whole thing. This is the whole thing here. Okay, these people are upset because I am the one that was able to have a positive influence on a lot of men's lives. I was able to have men to see that they don't have to let women talk to them any kind of way. I was able to generate $15,000 with my conduct, with my aspirations, with my story, everything I have going on. I was able to accumulate $15,000. And she just said out her own mouth, she's upset about that.
I'm play it back for y'all.
Us expose it, we're haters. We're narcissists. We're snitches. Well, I'll take all those titles if it means people get to get their money back. Because on those same GoFundMes, there are people dying, and all they need is $50. And this man was able to garner what? Almost 15,000. I'm not happy with that, and I'm gonna make sure it is shut down and he is banned, and that he never can do this again.
All right, and make sure you keep in touch with me regarding kind of the follow-up work to this. I'm very interested to see where this progresses. But again,
I know you can't I know you plan on revealing what the GoFundMe is going to be used for. And we also know you have not used any of the money for personal gain. All I can ask is this. Is the GoFundMe being used to help people? That's all I can ask.
Certainly it is. If I'm able to access the funds to begin with. And again, before I had even thought of a GoFundMe, before people told me to create the GoFundMe, I was still doing this type of work with my own money. So what makes you think that I would not do it with somebody else's money? Just because I went out and celebrated my 30th birthday and chose, to do what I chose to do with my money, that does not mean that'll be the same case for this particular situation. It's ridiculous after, and nobody can think logically for 1 second like, man, this guy's been getting death threats. This guy's having to move out of his place. This guy's getting canceled. This guy, man, the whole world is making fun of me. Women calling me ugly. All these things. People are just, my phone has not stopped going on for 1 minute. I've been having notifications going on for 1 minute since this balloon pop video aired. I cannot be stressed. I've been in a house. I'm paranoid. I don't even want to be out in public no more. I got to send my friends to go get stuff for me. Like if I would have known this was going to happen, man, I would have never even got on this show to begin with. I didn't know all of this was going to come with it, man. I'm not eating. I can't go to the gym or work out as much as I want to, as I like. This has drastically affected my life. And y'all just keep going on with this just for the views, for the clout. Bro, y'all can have that. I swear, y'all can have it all. You can have it all, man. But let me get back to what I love doing. And that's plumbing. And now I'm starting to like creating this content. But with y'all hating, because I was able to generate with this money, I can create man, I have big ideas. With the youth, I have ideas with plumbing. Like I just sent out an update to the people with the GoFundMe that I'm trying to get, some water heaters one water heater installed for a single father of four. His water heater's leaking for the base at the bottom. And it's gonna be like $660, maybe $700 to replace another water heater. I don't have a job. So honestly, am I gonna do that with my money right now after what I just did with my birthday? I'll probably be able to negotiate and do half. I'm willing to do half if somebody will meet me in the middle with my own money, but I'm unable to access the GoFundMe funds. And moving forward, I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue to plumb. So I do, have to make smarter decisions moving forward. I agree with some of you, and I see certain people's perception like, yeah, he should be making smarter moves with his money, even though he does, because I don't have a job. But man, I'm stressed out. I want to enjoy myself. Can I have a moment for myself one time since all of this stuff been going on?
So we're gonna actually, that you brought it up, we're gonna bring it up on our screen. This is an update that you said. I have found a family that needs a water heater repair. I am waiting to get confirmation from the landlord that is okay to approve it for free. Once I'm able to, I will be purchasing either a 40-gallon or 50-gallon Rheem water heater up to a local plumbing code. I will make the video content on this. Funds for the GoFundMe still have not been released to me, but I am going to move forward so that I can make some content. I will show you how to increase your life expectancy on your water heater as well. We'll give you an update sometime this afternoon. Thank you all. God bless. And this goes back to the claim that the lady said of where is all this humanitarian work that you're doing? It's there. Now, if you go do it or you don't go do it, then that's up to you. So either you go do it and you prove what you're a man of your word, or you don't go do it. But to say that you're not at least putting out in the public that you're trying to do it, that was a lie. That was disingenuous. But Let's keep on. We got 2 more minutes, man. I know we kept keeping you up, man. I gotta go to the airport in the morning, so you know.
Queen of accountability. Thank you so much for your due diligence, the extra work in verifying the truth, because that's what we stand for over here. At the end of the day is the truth.
That's
all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a blessed day to everybody.
All right. Take care. So, where does this leave us right now? Well, the ball's in your court, my G. I do so very much hope that I am wrong here, that you do have the necessary paperwork to show exactly what you wrote on that GoFundMe about you being fired because 500 people called into that show. But the more evidence that I'm seeing regarding this situation and the way that you are now choosing to behave towards me makes me think otherwise. The reason why Queen of Accountability and myself went so hard on the Rhoda case before is because we wanted to dissuade others from ever doing something like this ever again. But it seems as though they're still coming out the woodwork without a care in the world of them lying in lieu of whatever consequences that they may face. And if he cannot provide these
and again, for the 3rd time, the consequences you may face are not coming from internet backlash, but they are coming from what?
Legal penalties.
Legal, from the legal, however you say, I'm lost for words right now, but
it's
with
the
legal penalties
and the legal penalties.
Okay. And to the people who are going to be like, well, where's the proof of the legal penalties? We can't even say it. Like this is I see why it's tough for you because allegedly I may have stumbled across on a website that has his name on it. Dang, bro, you can't even word to be like allegedly a bird fell through my window and had some documentation from an I don't want to get you in trouble. I don't want to get you in trouble. We just go, God did. That's all we can say.
If he cannot prove that this is the case, he should not only not be able to get the money, which is an obvious thing, but then also everybody should be getting their money back that donated to him. Situations like this hurt men, full stop, because there's men out there that are suffering from false Me Too. There are men out there that are suffering from paternity fraud. There are men out there that are suffering from false allegations. There are men out there that are suffering the effects of a biased family court system. There are men out there. My intent is to support men that are facing real situations, not those that fabricate it by utilizing lies. That's why I wanted to interview this guy, because I believed his story, because I saw something within him that I saw within myself, less the strong family upbringing that I had. But nevertheless, unless he could prove something different, I take full.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me. I don't want
accountability for all of this. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some, but it's not about the L. It's about what you do after it. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. MeagerTourismReviews@gmail.com. Guys.
Okay. Well, okay. So after everything has been addressed, the only thing that has been confirmed to be true of what they were alleging towards you was that it is in fact not 500 people that called your job, because we have confirmed that that was an exaggeration. But we have confirmed that that was a heat of the moment exaggeration. In reality, it was a large group of people, 500 not being it, but it was a group of people that did it.
Bottom line is, these girls use their platforms. They're all working together, okay? They're trying to find every woman I ever fornicated with in my life. Any woman that had any dealing with me in my life is now trying to contact me. They're now trying to get me to meet up with them. Like, I don't know who I can trust right now. Stuff is so weird right now. People calling me, recording me. People I ain't never talked to since middle school is calling my phone. They're screen record. Like, man, this has gone way out of hand. Like, this has gone far too out of hand. I never would have expected all of this to happen. This is ridiculous. But as you can see, this man just took an L. They said I didn't have my license. They said I was not a plumber. They said I wasn't doing any humanitarian work. The only thing they can say is that I was throwing money in the club. Yes, I was. After a long, stressful week, I was throwing money that I earned, not any GoFundMe money. Once again, I earned. If you are concerned with me not um, handling my responsibilities in regards to the humanitarian work, then by all means, please get your refund back. Get it back, request it back. Don't want it. Those that do believe and would like to see me continue in a positive fashion, then thank you. God bless you. I assure you that I'm gonna continue, on this positive journey. But if not, I'm wait. What else can I say? What else can I do, man?
All right. So, all right, guys. This has been the second interview with Aaron, aka Weapon X. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to deduce what you guys feel. If you guys feel like he's valid in what he said, because he did show some receipts today. If those receipts are not good enough for you, rather than let this be a lesson, rather than just sit there and get on your streams and just start rambling about it, how about y'all just try reaching out to the man and just asking the question the right way? Not the way that you guys have been doing of spamming him, blowing him up, making false accounts, doing TikTok monologues. Like, y'all could have, just how easy it was for us to just get him to do this. He's not asking for money from this. This is the second interview he's made from us. He hasn't asked us for no revenue share. He hasn't asked us to send anything. So it's like y'all could have easily got in contact with him. And so
easily.
That's too easy.
That's too easy.
That's too easy.
So at the end of the day, me and my wife, with this information and concerning this MTR video, we are leaning towards Aaron on this one, just because we've seen the evidence. If you guys want his more of him, then y'all give him the support that he needs to do more of it. If you guys feel like there's still things that y'all need to, find out the truth about, get the truth the right way. Don't go
come to the source.
Yeah.
Come to the source. I'm gonna tell you exactly what transpired, how it transpired, and I don't have no point in being dishonest or doing nothing, because what do I have to lose at this point? Y'all done took everything from me. I done lost my job. I'm not working right now. What do I have to lose? Nothing other than, I'm not, I don't know, man. I don't know what y'all want from me, but reach out to me at very handsome, VERYY_handsome with 1 E. That's my Instagram where you can find me. DM me. Qualified t-shirts dropping September 2nd. Hey, and that's another thing. If you don't even want to donate, man, just buy a not qualified t-shirt. Support the movement, and we just gonna keep moving forward.
All right. Stay tuned, guys, for more updates. If there's anything else he wants to address, if he feels comfortable coming back to us to address it, we're gonna give it to you guys. We're gonna show you guys everything that he tells us. We're gonna let y'all know. If you guys are stuck on the X situation, let him get things. So when they have their conversation, let that be the last of the conversation. Because when they both tell their truths, even if one of them is lying, there's gonna be something in the middle that's the truth. But at least give them both the benefit of the doubt to come and be able to tell their truth. Y'all picking sides and y'all crucifying both sides, and y'all ain't even heard them both talk face to face. So stop jumping the gun. And you know what? If you guys like this, show some love, like, comment, subscribe. I'm also, we just here at the end of the day. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
I'm gonna stop the recording.